Okay, everybody, Stephen Key here, and I have just the most amazing guest today, Judy Edwards, the inventor, along with her son Bobby, the famous Squatty Potty. Judy, thank you for coming on InventRight TV.
Oh, I'm so glad to be here today, Stephen.
Well, I've been watching your story unfold for quite a few years now, and I just have to say congratulations, because you made pooping kind of fun, actually, and you could talk about it, which is, I know you're a very private person. So has it been hard to kind of go down this journey and talk about it, because everybody knows you and your product, and you've kind of changed the world a little bit?
Oh, absolutely. You know, in fact, I didn't realize how hard it was until we were at a trade show and we needed an extra Squatty Potty or two. So I ran to Bed Bath & Beyond, and my husband dropped me off at the front door to go in and get them. And I said, I'm not going to go in there and carry one of those out. And I thought to myself, isn't that so silly? Here I am. And I found myself like, this is embarrassing for me. So I understand our greatest sales is online, and probably for that reason. There's a lot of people like me that just don't want to put a Squatty Potty in their cart.
Well,
and
it's,
poop, you know. So anyway, it was a tough journey at the beginning, because we thought, how in the heck are we going to ever market a product that nobody wants to talk about? So.
Well, you did it, and you did it with such a fantastic commercial that's been aired, I think, over 100 million times.
Yes.
That was pretty brave. I mean, you have this little, I think the character's Dorky.
Well, I've got him right here.
Yeah, let me see him. And Dorky is pooping rainbow ice cream.
Yeah, he's a dookie, and
he
poops rainbow ice cream.
How? That took a lot of guts to do that commercial, didn't it?
Well, you know, when they first presented, we went to, of course, the Harmon Brothers, and they had put out some really great humorous videos. And we thought, well, how do we approach this? Because this is a very serious subject. This is not just a novelty gift. This is a very usable novelty gift that many people, oh gosh, we get reviews daily, you know, saying it saved my life. Okay. You know, it's life-changing for so many people. We're also, anyway, back to the question. Now, what was it again?
Well, the commercial was so daring.
Oh, yes. So we thought, you know, how can we put out there something that people are going to watch and not be so offended by? Okay. And if it was real poop, people would not want to watch it. Okay. So the Harmon Brothers came up with the idea, let's just have it be all whimsical, you know, and do something that people love. So they chose ice cream.
So when you first saw it, or you saw the idea, what did you think?
They presented the idea to us, and of course, anything you do in advertising is always like, oh, is it going to go? Is it going to be offensive? Is it going to be, you know, acceptable? You know, and with a product like ours, we have to be very careful. Okay. And so we thought, well, how else? What a better way to teach about the product than do it in a magical, whimsical way that people can actually watch.
Well, you know what's interesting? I know you do a lot of traveling, okay? Yeah. And I've traveled a few places too, and a lot of cultures, the squatting is still very popular, isn't it? The way they go to the bathroom. Yes.
At the time we did our research initially in 2010 or 11 with Squatty Potty, 2/3 of the world's population still squatted. Okay. And so, but I think even just since then, there's been so many Americanized toilets coming into countries like China, you know, that those statistics probably have changed.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah.
So let's talk about your product line has grown, hasn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
You have Squatty Potty in many different types of material. Is that correct?
We do. We have a portable, and I've got one here. We have a couple of these. This is our latest edition
Okay.
of the portable.
Nice.
It folds and you can carry it with you, or you can set it to the side of your toilet, so you don't have to have it, or you can put it in a closet if you want at home. And people like this one. We also have a smaller model that you can actually carry in your suitcase as well.
Yeah, I saw a travel one. That's very smart.
Yeah.
Very, very smart.
Very small. We take it in our suitcase when we go anywhere.
Now, you also have a line for kids.
We do. We call them potty pets.
Okay.
And they're cute little stools with a cute little animal face, and then,
All right.
and they kind of have a curvature on them, so they wrap around the toilet a little easier.
Okay.
Then the kids bring around it.
And you have
whatever.
And you have a lot of other extensions I saw on your site. I mean, it's grown. It was like started with one, and now it's grown to a whole product line. Is that correct?
Right. That's what we're doing. We're trying to expand out. And, because you're the licensing king, I wanted to show you. We had a gentleman come to us, and he had this great idea that I absolutely loved, the Invisibrush.
Wow.
And it is a toilet brush that goes behind your toilet tank, and you can't see it.
Okay.
And so you just pull it out, brush your toilet, push it back, and you don't have it laying on the floor. And I love that idea because I hate stuff on my bathroom floor. And so I love this idea. So we actually did a licensing deal with this gentleman. And now we have the patents for this, and he gets a piece of the action. So it's great.
That's a very nice product because I think they're a little bit unsightly. If you can kind of.
Yeah, and you kind of have to switch the brushes out every year. We sell a brush on the side as well. So, yeah, you have to switch those out quite often.
So, Judy, has your life changed through all this?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. At 60 years old, we'd always had our own business, and we'd had many ups and downs. And the last few years up to 60, we had more downs than ups. And so we were faced with, we're 60 years old. We don't even have our home paid for. I guess we're going to be working until we're 100. Hopefully we're blessed with good health to be able to keep working. And we discussed, okay, which one of our kids is going to be wealthy enough to be able to have mom and dad live with them if we need to. I mean, this was our conversation at 60.
Okay.
So yeah, my life has changed quite a bit.
Is it hard to work with family? Because I know your son has been very involved in creating the first prototypes at the very beginning, and he's still probably very much involved. Is that hard? Other than just a few little things we disagree with, because I kind of wanted to take it down a road, affordable road, because I'm a mom of 7 children, and everything I bought had to be affordable, or I couldn't touch it. And I says, we've got to keep this under $30 for most households. He kind of wanted to take it down another direction and have it be a really elegant brand. Okay.
And so if you look, we've got both on the website now. We've got great stools that are so elegant, and we have one called the Ghost, and it's almost invisible around the toilet. It's very elegant, very modern. So I think because of our ideas, we kind of both came together, and just it was a really good blend.
Okay.
Of course, we've had our share of arguments.
Of course.
Deny that.
Now, famous people use them too, like Steph Curry, and I saw a few other very famous people that have talked about it. Is that right?
Yeah, we get a lot of free publicity, which has really helped our sales, of course.
Okay.
Of course, the first person that really started talking about it was Howard Stern.
All right.
And that was remarkable what that did. We didn't even know he knew about it. I guess Robin had bought one.
Okay.
His host or his co-host, and was talking about how she loved it, and he loves poop talk, I guess. I don't know. He picked up on it and just started talking about it. And we sent him one, and then of course he tried it, and then he just raved about the Squatty Potty. And that's publicity you can't buy. And of course, it's a product that people it was a new concept that we had to teach. Not only was it about something that they didn't want to talk about, it was a whole new concept
Okay.
of changing the way you do something.
Yes.
So it was great, but difficult, but it's paid off for us.
Oh, very good. Do you still do trade shows? Because we met at a trade show and it seemed like you were having a lot of fun. Do you still do those?
I personally don't do those anymore. We have found that because of most of our sales is online, we do have a few box stores that are still big, Bed Bath and Beyond, but we've reached out to quite a few pharmacies now. So we kind of really just do more direct. We directly have those contacts. We found that the shows aren't really that beneficial for us at this point.
Okay. So what do you do now?
What do I do now? I talk to you. I still do. We retired a year and a half ago.
Okay.
And me and my husband, we actually had an acquisition.
Okay.
We had a company, several companies that was interested in buying out part of Squatty Potty, and we thought, geez, we're getting older and we want to retire. Let's just take some money off the table and let's sit back and retire. That's what this whole American dream is all about, really. Yeah, well, some of the movie in the end, if you're going to see any money.
Well, you are living the American dream. Congratulations, Judy, on such a wonderful story, and it couldn't happen to a better family. So, pleasure meeting you a couple years ago, and you're still wonderful from the first day I met you. So thank you very much for coming on and sharing your story with everybody today.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.